Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Hetzel, and I put together a short order of operations review video for you to help you with simplifying expressions. So the acronym that we use to help us do these types of problems is PEMDAS. All of you remember, for the most part, that P stands for parentheses. We do everything in parentheses first. Then we deal with E, which stands for exponents. And let's just do a quick review about exponents. If I give you an example like this, let's say 5 to the third power, we want to remember that 5 to the third power does not equal 15, right? 5 to the third power instead is taking 5, which is the base, and in this case I'll do 5 times 5 times 5 because I've got it to the third power. So I'm going to just solve then and do 5 times 5, which is 25, times 5, which is going to be 125. The next thing that we'll work with then will be any operations involving multiplication and division. The key here is to always remember to work those two operations from left to right. Whichever one comes up first, reading from left to right, is what we're going to do. If it's multiplication, we'll do that. But if division comes up first, we're going to do it. And then the last thing that we have to contend with is addition and subtraction, and we do it the exact same way. We just go left to right. Okay? So that's a little quick review on how to use PEMDAS. But the next thing I want to do is show you guys some examples, because I think examples make it even a little bit clearer. So let's do our first example here. And we'll put down, let's say, 4 squared divided by 2 times 4 plus 3. So if we remember PEMDAS, the first thing we want to deal with is our exponents. We don't have any parentheses. So let's put a little box around the exponent part. And 4 squared, remember, is the same as 4 times 4. So we'll have 16 divided by 2 times 4 plus 3. Now, using the acronym again, we've got division, multiplication, and addition here. We're going to deal with the M and the D first, but like I said, we're going to go just from left to right. So let's put a box around the first part. It's the division. 16 divided by 2 is 8. And again, copy down the rest of the problem. So you end up with 8 times 4 plus 3. Now we're left with just this multiplication here before we do addition or subtraction. So we have a box around the 8 times 4. We get 32 plus 3. And when we're all done, we end up with 35. And you'll remember we used to make a big old pizza slice around it, and that's what I'm going to want you to do too. All right? Example here. This will be example number 2, and I got to make sure I start way at the top of the slide because this is going to be a long one. Let's say we have the problem negative 4 plus 3 plus 5, and I'm going to put some parentheses here, 3 to the third minus 7 divided by 2. All right. So let's just start copying. I'm not going to worry at all about this addition yet. I know that's going to be near the end. And I've got parentheses here, and I'm going to work inside those first. And inside there, I've got an exponent. So 3 to the third is the same as 3 times 3, which is 9, times 3, which is 27, minus 7 divided by 2. Again, copying the same problem down. And we're going to do this a lot in algebra this year. The more that you copy problems down and keep your work organized, the better off you're going to be. So we've continued copying along here. We're going to do now what's in these parentheses. Well, this is pretty simple. What's 27 minus 7? We've got 20. And finish off copying the rest of the problem. Now you might not be too sure what to do with this right here. We've got 5 right next to that 20. Hopefully you can remember that 5 next to, or a number next to parentheses simply means to multiply. So what I'm going to do, maybe to help you a little bit, is put negative 4 plus 3 plus 5, and you can just rewrite it with the multiplication symbol right in there. Continue the problem along. So we haven't changed it all, we just rewrote it a little bit. And we're not going to worry again about any of that addition, but we've got multiplication here. Let's do it from left to right. So now we've copied negative 4 plus 3 plus 5 times 20 is 100 divided by 2. I've got addition and I've got division. Well, I know I want to do the division next. So now I have negative 4 plus 3 plus 50. And the last thing now is, again, just going left to right. I'm going to deal with this guy first. Negative 4 plus 3. Remember, when we have a negative and a positive and we're adding them together, we actually subtract them, give them the sign of the larger number. So negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1 plus 50. And we end up then with 49. All right? No problem at all. So if you guys have any more questions, feel free to email me or stay after school and I'll be happy to help you. Good night, guys.